Jimmy Garoppolo impressed in his first 49ers start. Peyton, Barber, Tion Green, Theo Riddick, and Kerwin Williams were among RBs who took advantage of injuries to starters, and Jermaine Kearse continued his breakout. These players headline our top Week 14 fantasy waiver wire pickups, though you might be able to add some of them as free agents considering there will be less competition for players with the fantasy football playoffs upon us. Next week is one of the toughest we've had all season for the top DSTs, and there are plenty of potential streaming units on our full waiver list. Unfortunately, the same can't be said for Tay, which only features a couple of realistic sleeper options. For the most part, this waiver's free agency period is all about RB handcuffs, so in addition to the guys who shined this week, it doesn't hurt to grab some backups playing behind injury-prone starters Chris Ivory, J. Yeldon, for example. More full Week 14 waiver wire list RB handcuff chart. How you could lose in fantasy in Week 14. Top fantasy football waiver wire pickups for Week 14 unless otherwise noted. Only players owned in fewer than 50% of Yahoo leagues considered. Peyton, Barber, RB, Buccaneers. Many thought Jacques Rodgers would operate as the Bucs featured back with Doug Martin concussion out, but it was Barber who led the way, posting 23 carries for 102 yards and 4 receptions, 4 targets for 41 yards. Rodgers had only 3 carries for 25 yards. If Martin is out again next week at this point, his status is completely up in the air. Barber is in play as an RB2. Jimmy Garoppolo, QB, 49ers. Garoppolo's 49ers starting debut didn't yield any touchdowns, but it was impressive nonetheless. On the road against a Chicago's No. 12 pass defense, Garoppolo completed 26 of 37 passes for 293 yards. His lone blemish was an interception on a tipped ball. With Houston's number 23 pass defense on deck in Week 14, Garoppolo could realistically be in fantasy starting lineups. More full Week 14 waiver wire list. Tion Green, RB, Lions. Amir Abdullah's neck injury opened things up in the Lions' backfield, and Green took advantage. He ran a team-high 11 times for 51 yards and a score, nearly adding a second TD later in the game. The undrafted rookie will likely continue to split touches with Theo Riddick as long as Abdullah is out, but he should continue to be the preferred option around the goal line. Week 14 rankings: quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end, DST, kicker. Theo Riddick, RB, Lions. Riddick is owned in only 40% of Yahoo leagues, but that number should go up as long as Abdullah Neck is out. Riddick ran 9 times for 21 yards and a score and added another 41 yards on 5 catches, 5 targets. Riddick is more valuable in PPR leagues, but with so many banged-up backs and receivers, he can have flex value in standard leagues, too. Week 14 DFS lineup builder. Kerwin Williams, RB, Cardinals. Williams picked up the slack for an injured Adrian Peterson neck, running 16 times for 97 yards against the Rams. While he didn't anything through the air, Williams proved his rib injury was healed, and he'll continue to dominate touches in the backfield as long as Peterson is out. For even more potential waiver and free agent pickups for Week 14, check out our full list.